Hello YouTube, welcome to this edition of Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. I'm Ronnie Humphrey, and as always, thanks for joining me today. Well, I got confirmation from the paint and body shop this morning that they are ready for the car, hopefully this weekend. And we've got just a couple little small items we want to tighten up before we load it up and get it over there. So let's get to it and see if we can knock them out. Hey guys, how about that new intro music? I want to thank my new buddy, Laid Back Country Picker from Kentucky. Make sure you check him out on YouTube and on Facebook. I think he's on Instagram, but he is an interesting guy. You got to check out his video called McGoffin County Cadillac. It's about the famous Crown Vics. We all love Crown Vics. We make fun of them, but it is a great video. Check it out. But I appreciate him letting us use his music for our new intro. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, the first thing we're going to do is cut out these holes in the nose before we take it over to paint. This is for the oil cooler, so we'll just get these lined up. Then this is our two brake ducts. These will go down here, and we got to make sure we miss that bumper. And we're also going to take the grill out. Go and cut the opening for the grill. I just want to do this now before we take it to paint, because if there's any chance of, messing the paint up, it just needs to be done before we go over there. And so there's no chance of screwing anything up after it's painted. So see if we can get these marked and get them cut out. I'm gonna go ahead and get these tires off the front. I gotta put the shocks back on anyway. It's got struts on it right now. And we'll get these off. This way I can also get a clear view up to the back of the nose. I want to make sure we don't hit anything. This is the only Buick nose there is in the country. I can never find my silver pins when I need them, but really not too bad of a job here. We'll raise up just a hair. I think this red will look up. It'll mark it up good enough for me to be able to see. We're going to put the replacement aluminum here. Is going to be black, so that'll look real good. Here we go, 2 holes marked. So now if we can come up with a way to cut them, we'll get that done. Okay, you can see our marks here are good enough. We got one shot at this. Like I say, this is the only nose that's available literally in the world. Ryan had one more and he was keeping it, but we're going to cut this out, and I got it left to right where I want it. And the little piece of aluminum, it'll wrap around here and then be cut on an angle. That'll look really good. This side over here will just have the number. We'll just put 32 there. So let's see if we can get this thing cut. Hold your fingers crossed for me. There's one hole. I think we're going to use a die grinder to get that radius cut. So let's see if I can get my tooling hooked up for that. All right, I got my trusty Craftsman die grinder. This is what they use to port heads. This sucker is bad to the bone. If you can ever find one, I think I paid $5 for this at a garage sale about 10 years ago or longer than that. I've had this thing forever, but boy, it is bad to the bone. Man, this thing is so nice. Well, all right. I may go and open up just a hair all the way around, and but that's going to work fine. So I'll get this other one cut out and show you what it looks like. Okay, there is number 2. So we'll see if we can get his edges done now. Man, that looks good. Turns around that way. Man, I think that'll work. All right, I can see where the old panel was cut out, on the old nose, I should say. And we're just gonna make this like 2 3/4 by about 8, looks like. And we're gonna make it oval. I started doing them square, but I think I'm gonna make them oval. I think that'll look better. Now we got a rib on the back side of this nose. You can see this line right here. That's where a rib is. So we gotta make sure that we are below that. And we'll probably just split the difference. Obviously get them equal on each side. I don't know, something around there. So let me see if we can get this laid out and we'll get her cut. All right, I think we're gonna come up about 5 3/4, and we'll mark it there. I tell you, these little straight edges are actually just a little yardstick from Harbor Freight. These things like $1 a piece. They are so handy. They're flexible because they're cheap. But I wouldn't trust them to measure anything with. Now, we've got to figure out if we want these parallel. See, that's going to be interesting. We got to figure out the angle here. So, well, that's part of the reason I put it on 5 1/2 instead of 5 3/4. Well, good. Measure twice, cut once. Oh yeah, it looks a little better. My daddy gave me a good level eye. All right, that looks a little more gooder now. So now we'll come down 2 and down 2 3/4. I'm gonna center left to right here after we get this marked. Okay. I'll probably move it out just a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna extend these out just a hair. We're gonna sand all this off anyway, so it don't matter. Try to get that exactly level. Okay, now we'll see where we're going to put the edge of this at. That's pretty good. There we go. Okay, so we'll mark this on each side and see if we can get her cut out. Every good project that comes from my family has to have a frame and square involved. I come from a family of carpenters and got to build stuff square. Okay, there you go. We're gonna get something to lay out this radius for the corners. And I tell you what would be perfect is the cap off of a paint can. Oh, there went my framing square and I went to camera almost. How about that? Oh my gosh, that's the perfect size. Can you believe that? What's the odds of that? What are the absolute odds of that? Ha! That's perfect. Crazy. Okay, so there we go. That's what it's going to look like. So we'll cut that, and I'm clearing my braces. I had a brace back here on the nose. We got that done, so get her done. All right. That'll work. I'll get these cut here on the edge, and we'll show you back here in just a second. All right, got this cut. It's interesting, this is a lot thicker down here on the bottom than it was up here. Way thicker. And man, it is it's tough. That way they could bump and grind on the speedways, I guess. But see if we start getting this ground out now. All right, there you go. Now hopefully everything will fit. Well, let's see if this will work. Complete with the old dirt dauber nest and all. So we'll put new screen. We'll get rid of the, probably save the dirt dauber nest for later, but there it is. How about that? I'm really glad that I went ahead and did this because you see this edge here needs to be painted. So that was a good move to go ahead and do this on these for sure. So I'm gonna get these trimmed up just a little, make them perfectly round, and then we'll move to the other side. All right, we'll come down 2 3/4 like we did on the other side. Get our Harbor Freight ruler. We'll bring it down just a hair. There we go. Now get our spray paint can top. This is really high tech. I guarantee you this is the way that Rick Hendrick does theirs. Promise you. I still can't believe, what would be the odds of a paint spray can being the right size for this? That's just the way God works for me. Get these little bitty miracles all the time. All right, there it is. Let's cut her out. I don't know where I got this knife from. It's just something I have at the very top of the toolbox. But I tell you what, this is a bad boy here. That's a bad sucker. There we go. All right, let's get her trimmed out. Okay, let's get her cleaned up and see what she looks like. All right, got this one cleaned up and polished and smoothed out. Here's the vent without the dirt dauber nest, and fits perfect. I got to thinking about something. While you're cutting this, you get to thinking my stuff. You know what? I'm not going to cut this grill out. I'm actually going to leave this plastic behind the grill. We've got the opening here for the cooler radiator. We're not racing the car. I got to thinking, if I cut that out, that's gonna make the top of this nose too flimsy, and we do not want to deform this thing at all. So we're gonna leave that in there just the way it is. Of course, we'll take the grill out whenever we paint it. I may just drill a couple of hole saws through there, but that way it won't hurt the integrity of the nose. But we may just put a couple like 2-inch holes in there. I've got a fan on the radiator, and we got the ductwork to build, so this is gonna cool the car from down here. That's the way it's supposed to be. So we're not gonna cut that today, so this is gonna be a route. We'll wait and cut this whenever we get the car painted. So, I love it. Hope you're as happy as I am. Be right back with you. Well, that wraps up another toe curling edge of your seat episode, and I am very excited. There's a lot of work getting those things cut, but they look perfect. They are perfect. Finally, something goes perfect on the car. Picked up a antenna for the car. We'll put this on next episode, plus we'll get the shocks put on the front up before we load it up. Hoping to get the car over to the body shop here in the next 3 or 4 days. And but this is an original antenna that would have been a Motorola antenna that would have been on the car. Shreveport Communication here in Shreveport. I've done business with them for 30 years. And they had one of these old Motorola style antennas. The main thing, it's got this, the base for it. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a chrome base that'll go on the top of the roof. That one's been up there for 30 plus years, whatever. And this will make it where it just look better on it, fresh paint, have a nice chrome base on it. So we'll get this installed, like I said, and get the shocks on next time and hopefully get down to the ground. I think that's it. We're gonna be able to have it finished, and all I'm just waiting on the green light to take it to the body shop. But thanks for watching as always. We're gonna announce the winners of our 3,000 subscriber celebration. We'll do that on the next episode. Probably just do a real brief catch up for you, and we'll do that. And we've already up to 3,100 subscribers, over 3,100. So thanks to all of you who subscribed. If you're new to the channel, go back and catch up on our old videos so you can see all the work. Been working this thing about, 15 months now, 14, 15 months. It's been amazing, but a lot of work. We are so close, but we're getting there. It takes, like I say, how you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. But thanks for watching as always. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. God bless you. You take care.